walk as the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's Drafts, your new homegrown.
Hello people and welcome to Dad's Drafts. Now I'm going to do a traditional draft of the Edge of Eternities. Let's get right into the queue. Now it says that the queue should be 1 minute, but I've already noticed that it's not. Anyway, thank you for joining me. If you like what I do, as always, feel free to click some of those buttons because it really helps me out. But most especially, if you have feedback for me, please do let me know. Now I am planning to do a quick draft challenge with the Edge of Eternities, just as I did with the Tarkir Dragonstorm, where I drafted only dragon theme cards, and I've done one with having to pick all the gold cards, and you know, the sky is the limit pretty much. So if you have any idea for me what I could do as a draft challenge, please do let me know, and maybe I'll do your thing. It would be fun, I think. The reason, by the way, that I'm doing traditional and not the normal one is the premier one is because I think it's easier to make a profit with the traditional, and you will lose fewer gems with the traditional compared to the premier draft. Also, should be noted that the premier draft does use things like hand smoothers and things like that. Now, let's hope that this pops soon, and we'll get right into it. Alright, well, that was actually a 8-minute queue. It must have been the longest that I've ever had. Anyway, so far, so good. We'll just see how it progresses. Let's see if we can get a functional deck together, and also hopefully a fun deck. And I hope you will bear with me as I tell you my picks, why I do them. And yet again, if you disagree with me, or if you think I did a mispick or whatever, feel free to point them out, because I would like to learn. Now imagine, okay, for a moment there I thought, okay, it's going to happen, it's going to rejoin the queue. Alright, well, we have a Mutinous Massacre, which is an absolute bomb. I've never played with it, but if you actually play this on a full board, it's most often just a lethal swing. But because it's 2 colors and pretty much unsplashable, I'm not going to first pick it. I see a Cryogen Relic, which is amazing, and a Dubious Delicacy, which is also pretty awesome. Now I do like playing blue more than black. I'm not sure if these are equally good. I don't think they are. Probably the Delicacy is better. There's also this Resolve, by the way, which is very strong removal spell if you are into green. I'm going to go for the Delicacy. It's probably the better card compared to the Relic, and I want to keep my options open. Okay, now there's an Embrace Oblivion, which is a decent black card. Dagia, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, is okay. I do like these 2 uncommons, but they're of course outside of our color range. So for me it's between the Embrace and the Wormwall Sweeper. Since I took the Delicacy, I think I'm going to go for Embrace Oblivion to cut off some black and try to stay in black, but I don't want to focus too much as if I cannot get out of black anymore. I do like a Fungal Colossus. It's a very interesting card if you play 3 or 4 colors. I've had a deck, not on YouTube unfortunately, which had like 4 of these, and I played them for 2 mana sometimes. It was amazing. I do like the Alpharel, but I'm not sure if blue is open enough. Looking at this, there's absolutely no blue. So maybe the smarter pick would be like the Stalker or the Prospector, but I'm going to try and go for the Alpharel. I think if there's something that you need, it is ways to get through your deck so that you can ditch the bad cards and keep the good cards. That is a very late Technician. I do like it, but there's also these dudes. Assembler is good in an artifact deck, and of course there's many artifacts about, but I think this is better in a red-blue or white-blue deck. This has amazing stats for 2 mana. Also the graphical is pretty decent, of course. I'm going to take the Zealot here. And And there was something else that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I'm not going to take the graph kill because I already have 2 removal spells. And I am going to need permanence. Now there's a blue-red card. There's also this Vanguard, which is pretty decent. And an Ice Cave Crasher and a Grove Strider pretty late. So maybe black-green is where we want to be. I'm not sure which is better. Probably the Grove Strider if you want to be more control-y. And if you don't have any lander tokens, this is still fine. But of course this shines best in a red-green deck. I'm going to take the Grove Strider. I can see a world where we end up in green-black. Wow, another Colossus and an encounter. So green is open. The question is a Colossus better than the Worm? So this is a 5/5 for 5 and this is also a 5/5 for 5, but this might be cheaper. I'll go for the close encounter. I know it's strange. Ooh. We could go 5 colors. When it enters, create a tap 2 colors for each multicolored permanent you control, which is probably 0, so it's not that good. I'm going to take the diplomatic relations and then I think we're good on removal. I would like to try this at some point, but I don't think there's enough multicolored cards in this set to make it actually good. Green seems very open. I'm not even sure if the Elite is better than the Fate Maker. Having trample on the Grove Strider can be absolutely disgusting. So I think I'm going to take the Fate Maker over the Broodguard Elite here. Pollinator came around, which I'm very happy with. I'll gladly take this. This is main boardable, but I think I'll take the Sweeper. I think Surveil 2 is very, very strong. Sky Stinger, hope not to play it. And now I think we'll just get crap pretty much. And let's see what the next pack gives us. Ooh, well, it is juicy. There's a Depressurize, a Terrabotanist, and a Scrounge for Eternity. Now, I've never played this card, but if there's a deck where this can be good, it could be black-green. But of course, I cannot pass on this Explorer. I mean, playing additional lands every turn is crazy, and then just some self-mill if you have anything with the graveyard, which, to be honest, it seems like we might be getting this back. Still not sure if it's good, but since we will be milling, maybe it's good enough. Let me just remove whatever we don't like. I don't think we need any more removal spells. I think we need permanents mostly. And stuff with counters could be good. Or more of the Fate Makers. That is an interesting card. No great things for us. I think the Relations is probably better for us than the Depressurize. But I want to keep things mixed up, so I'm going to go for the Depressurize. I don't want another Sweeper. I think one is enough. We don't have any payoffs for being tapped. Oh, Greenhouse is okay. It is not the one that I was hoping for, actually. I was hoping it was the Scout Lander, the one that gives you tapped things, lands, you can search them. Each creature you control. I think this is best in like a go wide deck. If you play this on turn 5 with like 2 creatures, it's probably not worth it. Could take the bridge. Yeah, I'll take the bridge here. Maybe we will pick up some of the Colossus things and it could work out. That's a Resolve or a Worm. Yeah, I think we're going to need creatures here. I mean, we have so many removal spells. Maybe Embrace Oblivion is not that good in our deck. There's a Wayfarer, which I'm very happy with. As you can see, the game is a bit shocky, and I did find out why it is. It is actually because of OBS. On my computer, I pretty much only play this when I record. And there was one time when I had to finish some game I started online. I played this game on my PC without OBS, and it was very, very smooth. All Fate Scroll could be interesting if we go into... Could always just add some lands to get more colors. But then we should have picked more of the Fungal Colossus dudes. That would have been cheaper, of course. but don't know if I will play it. Kind of depends if maybe at some point we get some top end that we want to splash for. Create random token each one. Yeah. I think I prefer another worm. We don't have enough stuff to do for the other one. There's the Scrounge for Eternity. I will take it, but I'm not sure if it's good. What could we do? Return to a creature or spacecraft for 5 less from then create a land token. So if we get the worms or growth striders into the graveyard, it could be pretty decent. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this Embrace Oblivion. I don't think we're going to splash white. I don't think we're going to splash any color, pretty much. So I think the All Fate Scroll is probably not going to happen. Also, I think no reason to play the Command Bridge. Pain for all. Okay, well, it's a decent pack. Maybe the Pollinator will come around because it did so the first time. But I'm going to go for this Agrarian. It is really an overperformer. The only downside that could happen is when it gets killed straight away. But if you get to attack with this once or tap it somehow, maybe with the sweeper, it is already pretty good value. Evangel. Yeah, we don't have a lot of sacrificed things. Guess I'll go for the Predator. I've had surprisingly many games where I could just play this for 4 on turn 4. For instance, if you're playing against a red-white deck. Now we need mostly 2 drops. The rest of the curve is looking okay. Would also not mind to get one of the, what is it? Something weft thing. Get 2 things out of the graveyard back. I would like to see that one, but it's uncommon, so we probably won't. Yeah, I'm going to take this Pollinator. Curve is not looking great, kind of missing 2 drops, but we still have quite a bit to go. Also wouldn't mind another top end card. To be honest, our black is not really impressive, so I mean, we could still just go like almost mono green here. Again, the wrong one. There is a Delicacy, which is okay. I'll take it here. Seeing none of the Fungal Colossus, unfortunately. So it seems like someone else is on the same plan. Yeah. Okay, now I'll take the Elites. And I think I'll just get rid of the Command Bridge. I don't think there's any reason to play it. Elite will be more of a top end card. So the goal hopefully will be just get a lot of counters on my creatures, give them trample and then win. Brewtender is very, very lovely, but we don't have a lot of great things to mill and then to return for 5. We didn't draw any bonkers cards. Red was also very open, but we were in the right colors. I mean, black-green was clearly open. Just didn't really get past crazy good stuff. And of course, I'm not going to get into more colors if I don't need to. So I think this is pretty much going to be the deck. I need to do one more cut. I think it has to be the All Fate Scroll, of course. And then I think that's it. But the yeah, I'm not sure how good this will go. We have our win condition is kind of slim. Like we have big creatures, and those are the ones that have to hit. But we'll see how it goes. it's not great. It would be just by luck to not draw any forest in the upcoming 4 turns, so I'm just going to mulligan this. It's also not great, but at least it's keepable. And let's see what the opponent brings us. Okay, so that's not something I'm going to depressurize. Yeah, I don't really care about all this. I'm just going to go for the Explorer, then the Elite, and at some point hopefully just get something useful on the board. Now I hope he plays something. Yeah, I'm going to kill that. I want to use my mana, and it's about the biggest threat that there is. Okay, so now let's hopefully get some extra mana flowing. Okay, don't really care about the Gene Pollinator. And now we just hopefully draw our big dudes. Okay. I'm just going to go Worm, simply because on this board it's the best thing. And if he builds out his board, we can Relations and attack with Vigilance. But drawing the one of our counter and trample dudes would be amazing. But he's playing black, so he probably has more removal spells than just the Banishing Lights. Like a Graph Kill or... Oh, that is a good thing. Wow. So... we don't have any artifact removal in the sideboard, I fear. I always keep forgetting during the draft that I also have to sideboard, simply because I only play, what is it, the ranked draft normally. I mean, I think this is still worth it for him, killing his own creature. Okay, that's strange. Sweeper is actually pretty decent. We'll just attack first. Okay, that's fine. Let's get rid of any lands. I don't think we need double black, so let's just do this, and I'll warp this boy for 2. So I can station up the sweeper and put the counters on the worm. I mean, he wants to kill the worm anyway, so I don't think it really matters whether we put some counters on it or not. And now I would love to draw one of our trample giving dudes. We could warp it and do Relations, but of course we have to draw it. Yeah. Kind of surprised that he doesn't do the Silencer. I mean, that one he could ping and draw a card. Okay. Well, we got the Agrarian. He's probably just going to chump again. But I'm fine with that. But, this is not going very fast. We're really missing our trample here. Probably want to do the Relations in his turn if he plays something big enough. That is unfortunate. 5 mana. So we could get the... and now we draw it, of course. Classic. I think it's best to just go with the Elite and then play the Fate Maker next turn. So we'll have a 3/3. But it is not ideal. We got the card that we needed, but it was just a bit late. Having trample on the 7/7 would have made quite a difference. I just hope he doesn't have a board wipe. But then again, if he keeps playing removal spells and we keep playing creatures, at some point we're going to go too wide for him. But man, artifact and enchantment removal would be great against him. But I'm pretty sure we have none of them. Okay. Double Fate Maker. I think we just build out the board here. Seems like he doesn't have anything, so we'll just attack for 6. Next turn we can nearly... Well, we could attack for lethal next turn if he only plays one creature. I think we have to try it. Oh, that actually might work as well. So I think he's just dead here. Yeah, and we'll sacrifice this. Okay, so I think he was a bit unlucky with his draws, or he has way too few creatures in his deck. This only targets creature or spacecraft. And other than that, I don't think it's... Maybe we should play like a Thawbringer instead of a Depressurize. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter. We don't have any artifact or enchantment removal. If I had taken the sorcery, I would have definitely put 1 or 2 in, actually. I'm not even sure if I said it before the game because of the long queue. But if you have any idea for an upcoming challenge that I can do with quick draft, please let me know. I've done quick drafts, like I draft a whole deck in 2 minutes. I've played only theme related cards. I've played only gold cards. I've played pauper decks. Anything really. If you like it, then please do let me know. Well, this is a typical starting hand, but we are on the draw. We have the Zealot, which is decent stats, and we have like 4 turns to draw green swords. So I'll just keep this. But what are the odds of this actually? Well, it seems like the Zealot is not going to deal a lot of damage here. Oh, I think we're going to block that. This is typical. So I didn't keep the first game's hand. But I mean, we played like 9-8. I don't really understand why it's why we're having some bad luck with the opening hand. Now I assume he will only attack with the companion again. Okay. Well, now he might have a trick. Okay, well, we're at 4. He could of course return that at some point with a skiff, but I'm now less scared about the poison counters. I am now more scared about, oh my goodness. So that was, what is it, 3 or 4 draw steps, no green source. I think we're pretty much dead here. Yeah, we have 1 more turn, we don't have any kind of board wipe. Even if we top deck a green source now, it's just going to be a worm, and that's only good if he has 0 removal. So man, this is a sad game. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I mean, you draw 5 swamps and 0 forests. Well, let's just do this again. Let's just be safekeeping here. Okay, well, this is better. Would like to draw a 2-drop or 3-drop for the Fate Maker, of course. Okay, don't really care about the Hull Carver. So far it's dealing only 1 damage, and if he plays the... What is it, the dude that he played with the poison counters, that one, I will just depressurize that one. I will let him go to combat first. So now we go Agrarian, I guess, into Fate Maker. Whoops, we do have double green for the Grove Strider, which is pretty decent. And of course I would like to put a counter on the Grove Strider, it will probably be better. Don't really care about this 1 damage. Okay, well that is nice. So I think I want to get value here. So I think I'm going to go Warped Fate Maker onto the Agrarian, simply to give it trample. Then go Delicacy on the Hull Carver. And attack for 5, get a lander token. And the next turn I can go Grove Strider and put a counter on it a turn later with everything on trample. So as long as he doesn't play... Okay, well that was to be expected, to be honest. Okay, well, that's also pretty decent. Yeah, let's go Predator. We can at least now block him. And if he doesn't attack, we can attack. That's also pretty decent. Now I'm just going to attack here because we'll play the Grove Strider, which should be at least harder for him to kill. And now we have some big Trampolinos, which will... Oh, he's probably going to sacrifice... Wow, I'm kind of surprised here actually. Do we care about the trample damage? I think I'm just going to offer the trade here, because if he has a trick I want to have the Delicacy up. Okay, and now I'll just go Fate Maker and sacrifice the lander token, I think. And he is effectively 6 lower, because we can ping him for 2. I mean 3 twice, so that's 6. Oof. Do we want lands? I think we do. We want to make that an 8/8 if possible. Okay, so that could be a 9/9. If we attack with everything, he will probably block that one. We have... If he blocks the Predator and the Savior, he goes down to 4 and he's still dead. So we just attack with everything. If he does block the Grove Strider, we will minus his Colossus. Yeah. And since we're going to do this anyway, okay, it doesn't really matter. I mean either way, he's just, I think, dead here. So we'll just deal some trample damage. Ours lives, and we sacrifice both of these. Yep, Dubious Delicacy. What a card! Very, very good. Actually, first pickable, as you can see. I think the reason that it's especially good is because it hits. How do you say it? It works with many synergistic things in the set. It triggers Void. It's an artifact. It's instant speed, which makes it amazing with Flash. So I think that's the reason that it's particularly good. Right. River Scrolls. Show me what you have. I would like to play first. Yeah, this is good. Hopefully the opponent goes wide. I think I'll go sell it first. Just stat-wise. Okay. I just want to add to the board. And we have an agrarium, which we can return at some point. Next turn probably warp the Fate Maker, I guess. And the worm. Okay. I'm fine offering the trade with that one. Ooh. That's actually even better, I think. I want to get rid of it anyway. If he has any things like, what is it? The Anointed Dude, which gives a token and stuff. It's just... he's going to gain so much life and draw so many cards. Okay. I can assume that's his only play. Which I don't mind, so I'll just warp the Fate Maker onto the Zealots. We'll have another attack for free. And that's fine, of course. He still has to block. Oh no, he doesn't have to block. I mean, I have way bigger targets that he could use the Focus Fire on later on, so I don't mind if he kills my 2-drop. Okay. Interesting. I see no reason to return anything, so I'll just play the worm. I assume he'll only attack with the 3/4. And if he plays one more thing, we can just play the Predator anyway. And if he taps out, we could attack with the worm, maybe use the Delicacy to really do a blowout. Okay. I kind of think he has something. So I'll just try and play the Predator. Now I think he has a Graph Kill or something, which he will probably use on a Predator, but at least this way we can more safely use the Delicacy if we ever get to attack with a worm. Oh, he is going wide. We'll probably... okay. Wouldn't mind to draw a land here, so that we can go Fate Maker into Delicacy. Do we want to get the Agrarian back? Opponent takes 5, that's quite big. So I'll just do all this and hopefully we can sneak in some damage next turn. So if he taps out for a creature now, or if he attacks, we could just go lethal. So I think we actually try that here. So we'll kill the Faithful, attack with everything. Okay. That worked. Yeah, we don't really have... I could check the sideboard every time, but I don't think we actually have anything that's very useful. Oh, maybe I want to get rid of the Scrounge. Yeah, I think I want to get rid of the graveyard thing and put in like a Thawbringer or a Hellcarver or something like that. Because we don't have many ways to put stuff into a graveyard. Of course, we have the 2/4 that mills. But that's pretty much the only thing. So I should probably do that after this game, or in between these games if we lose this. Wow, has my OBS actually been recording my whole screen the whole time? Why is it? That's crazy. Okay, let me change that. Wow. I hope that's not... Well, it doesn't really matter actually. I mean, I've got nothing to hide, but it's quite unprofessional actually. Man, how could I not have noticed? It somehow selected my presentation scene instead of my MTG scene. So, well, I'm sorry for the amateur things. I'm going to keep this. I think this is actually pretty good. We can go Gene Pollinator on turn 1, which gives us an extra mana if we play creature. So I think I'm just going Sweeper, because next turn we can go Worm, and I would like to keep 1 Forest. Man, imagine being so bad at recording that you just record your whole computer screen instead of just the MTG window. Yeah, well, I will have to put some kind of apology thing before the video starts, but you will have seen it by now with the magic of editing. Okay, so the Trooper has to die. Now the question is, what can I do? I could warp the Worm, screw this one up, and depressurize. Probably the best thing, but then I cannot attack with the Sweeper. don't think I care about the trooper that much actually, so we'll just get a lander token, and that's even more mana next turn, not because of the cracking the lander token, but because of the gene pollinator. I think the agrarian is going to die. We can turn it into a 5/5 if we want. So that's the one actually I want to kill. So I'm definitely going to depressurize that one. And now she's going to... Wow. Oh, that is aggressive, but it's fine by me. So let's just depressurize first and then see how much mana we will have left. So we have 3 mana. There's no need to do this and keep up the pollinator, so I'll just go attack for 2. For a moment there I was kind of scared that the counter was going to move to the Halia? But of course that's a different creature. Not going to block, of course. He might have a board wipe. This feels kind of board wipe-ish. Okay, well it's not a board wipe, he just wants to draw a card, which makes sense. Or draw many cards actually. Do you have anything else to... Yep. Well, he doesn't get a lander token. We draw a land. We could just put some counters from the elite onto the sweeper, which might be the best play here. So we'll warp this for 5. Yep. I mean, he has removal spells, but then again, we don't really lose a card this way because we can still play the elite. And if he doesn't have a removal spell, then this can deal some damage over even one turn. It would be worth it, but I assume he has a graph kill of some kind. If he does, we get to Surveil. Ooh, that is interesting. Yeah, I don't really care about this too much. Focus fire, I guess. So we have to find something for the Von Dam. And I think I cannot play 2 big enough creatures. No, so I'll just play this dude, keep up the lander token sacrifice thing. And if he attacks now, I will just block with the worm. Okay, so that's why we killed the Halia so soon, because if he actually played this together with that, that's crazy. It's going to go off the rails. I assume he has a trick, but we have to block it. And this way he doesn't gain any life. So I would like to draw something here. Oh, that is actually pretty juicy. It is an instant. So I'm just going to do this now. Target a creature. It is worded wrong, right? As an additional cost, choose a creature you control. So you should do that first, right? Okay, anyway, I'm going to go for the sweeper, of course. I'm doing this now simply because he's tapped out and I don't want him to gain any more life. Now I'll just play this for 3. And if he actually swings with everything, I can just block 1, put the counters on the pollinator, and we'll still have lethal. And of course he has to find an answer for the sweeper. So putting the counters on the sweeper actually did it here. So that's pretty decent. Okay, so I'm just going to adjust my deck quickly. So far it's going splendidly. I didn't expect the deck to do so well. I felt as if I was missing top end. So let's just get rid of these scrounge for thingy. And I guess put in a Thawbringer. Okay. Let's see if we can get there with this one as well. It actually feels amazing to have a few games where you're not terribly flooded. We've had one mana situation, but that was also my own mistake because I didn't mulligan while I had only swamps. So this is the last few matches and things. So I wonder how it goes. And I assume that of course this is the last thing, so it will be a more difficult opponent. That is big and also something that we cannot use the exile thing on. 2-4. Play an additional land? Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Don't really care about the gene pollinator. Right, I don't think we want to use a delicacy on that one. At some point we have to stop milling ourselves. We have 6 mana already, so we cannot do both of these. So I'm just going to go Fate Maker Warped onto the Explorer. Then make this a creature next turn, we can put the counter on the Sweeper. I'll keep up the Relations and the Delicacy for our turn. I hoped that it will be some kind of a blowout situation. But I fear there's going to be a stun counter or something coming up. And I don't need this gene pollinator anymore, so I'm definitely just going to block with it. Well, I'm kind of surprised here actually that this happened. So, oh, that's also very good. Let's just play a swamp. We'll play the Fate Maker, keep up the Relations. Spread our damage out a bit. Put the opponent down to 9. And we might have lethal next turn, depending on what he plays. And of course he's effectively at 6. Oh, this is looking very good for us. I wonder if he will. If he sacrifices, okay, I don't think he will. Put a +1/+1 against vigilance. So I think we can finish it here. Yep, it is enough. Okay, good game. Again, opponent playing many artifacts. We don't have anything in our colors against artifacts in the sideboard. So we'll just have to try it again with the same setup. We'll see how it goes. Alright. Might be the last game, if I manage, actually. Of course, I don't think we get to play first. Okay, so it's a bit slower than the other hand, but we have a removal spell, so I'll keep it. And I don't think he has the kind of deck that goes aggressively. We have a lot of removal spells, and I have to kill that simply because he can warp something a 6/6 on turn 3 and then attack for a lot. There's our good friend again, which will help, but I need to make sure that he has no mana up. So I'll just try and kill the shield mate, and if he has a counter spell I assume he will play it now. Okay, nothing from the opponent. I still Explorer into Forest, into Millicard. Opponent stuck on 2, which of course doesn't really help. So that we can attack into. I'm going to go Wayfarer first. It is better on the board at the moment than the Grove Strider because we don't have any any things at the moment, any ways to put counter or trample. So this is just as good, and now we can just use the encounter to nearly kill something. Let's find another green source. Hopefully mill a land so that we can get more lands. Oh, that was our counter dude. It has to be the relations, right? I want to get rid of the creature that gives him discount anyway. Now I'll just play the Brute Tender. We'll mill a few more, but we have to stop milling soon. There's a land. And now we can keep up the close encounter. So 20 cards left. Oh, I don't think this will end well for him. Now I will kill his blocker or his way to crew this. So now we can get him very low. He seems to be playing either mono blue or he's just unlucky. I guess we'll find out whatever he discards. No, it seems like he's mono blue. Do we have anything we want to return? We can return the Fate Maker next turn to give something trample. Good game. Well, I must say, That went better than I expected, except for the recording part on OBS. I hope I can fix that with my thing. We actually got there. We got a card. We got some of the player in things, so maybe at some point I can do the player in event again. Let's see, I'm at 11, so I need a few more. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like what I did, as always, click some buttons if you want, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.
Grab the card, shuffle dreams in the palms. Dad's drafts roll heavy, we bombing like psalms. Stacks on the table, strategies to flex. Running these lines like counterspell checks. Dad drafts in the zone, pulling rares from the throne. Mana on the stack, magic seeds we've sown. From poppers to planeswalkers, the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown.